Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is the 1st of October, 2022. I'm going to show you all from the price chart that the market is actually telling us that Twitter is beating Elon Musk in this court case. Yeah, I'm going to show you all off of the chart that is what's going on, is that the favor of Twitter is actually in their court rather than in Elon's court with this case. Let me show you all this. All right, so welcome everyone to the channel. This is HueFin, also known as HueFin News. I give you all perspectives off of the price chart. I don't want you all to become more focused on what someone talks about. I don't want you all to think about their opinion. I don't want you all to listen to someone's article. Listen to someone's video or read their articles. If you do that, please make sure that you come back to this chart. Always come back to the price chart to verify what they're saying is actually being displayed on the chart. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when people talk, right, they have a bias. And when you're talking about stocks, the bias is usually either bullish, which means you're thinking the stock is going to go up, or it's usually bearish when you're thinking the stock is going to go down, right? So whenever you listen to Elon, whenever you listen to the Twitter board, whenever you listen to somebody else who's pushing this stock, make sure whatever they're talking about, whether it's bullish or bearish, that is being displayed on the chart. Because if it does, then what they're saying is actually correct. If it doesn't, then what they're saying is wrong. You should not be listening to what they have to say, because so many people get caught up in what people say and what they think, but they have no place of going to certify or verify what they're saying is actually true. Do that. Always come back and look at the price chart first to really make a presumption as to whether or not this person is right or wrong. Look at this. I did a video on Twitter, right? And I was playing the weakness into the market. See, that's one thing about me, is that I'm going to show you the wins as well as the losses. This play in Twitter is a loss. And when you see these things, you need to recognize it as soon as possible and say, I need to get out the way because the market is going against me. And if you can see and make that determination, the better you'll be at minimizing losses. This is not one of those markets to where you sit and hold for the next 10 to 15 years. If you see something not going in your favor, why are you holding it? That is the thing that is so asinine with these other YouTubers, is that they want you all to hold losers. Now, we don't want to hold losers. Losers is dead weight. We need to drop them. We need to get rid of them. We only need to hold the winners. So this ain't holding right. My last price prediction, which was on the 31st of August, it ain't holding right. And I see that. And it's telling me, hey, you need to let this go because it's dead weight. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it go. So if I were to get on the last trade of yesterday in Twitter, you guys can see I'm down 11%. I get it. You're not going to win every last one of these trades. You're not going to win in every one of your forecasts and predictions. But what you can do is learn from it. So let me show you all how I know that my price prediction is wrong. Okay, let me show you. Because you can use this as a learning opportunity so that when you look at price charts, you can say, I thought it was going to go up, but the market is going down. Let me see if I can tell at what point should have exit out my position. Or you can say, I thought the price in Twitter was going to go down, but it's not. It's going up. Let me show you all this. Okay, so let me zoom in because there is so much information here on this chart that tells us that we need to be paying attention to. Now, one of the first things that I tell all of my subscribers here is that you always pay attention to the volume. The volume is the lifeblood of the market. It tells us how active people are. And usually when we see volume like this is not retail. All right. Retailers don't hold this much stock in Twitter. They don't. When you see spikes of volume, that represents hedge funds, investment banks, prop firms, somebody who has millions of stock at their disposal. Now, if they find a particular stock interesting, they will buy it. And when you see these spikes come into the market, right? Somebody is either buying or selling, and they're able to actually move the stock. So when I look at Twitter, right, I'm looking at these volume bars, and you guys can see where this arrow is pointing down to. This is the one that told me that something is going on, right? We saw a whole lot of volume coming to the market in Twitter on September the 16th. So we're doing some investigative work right now. Now, either it was I don't know who it was. It could have been Elon, for all I care. It could have been the CEO of Twitter, for all I care. It could have been Kathy Wood trying to buy Twitter before the market goes up in price. Who knows? I could care less about who it is. I care more about what they're doing. So this day, all this volume came into Twitter, right? So let me zoom in. Okay, all this volume came into Twitter. Now, this is the daily price bar in conjunction with that volume, right? Look at this. So you're trying to tell me that all of this volume came into Twitter on the 16th of September, but we got that very small spread. And now that we have more trading information following this day of high volume, you guys can tell that the price in Twitter did not fall. It maintained itself, and then price went up. So this tells me right here that the market was buying, because this high volume that came in on the 16th of September did not drop Twitter's price. The market went up. So whoever came in on the 16th of September, guess what they did? They bought. They bought. So if Twitter was actually losing against Elon in this court case, the price will be going down, right? If it wasn't going in Twitter's favor, the price will be going down, because Elon will be able to get about the deal. So whether or not, if Elon is going to actually buy Twitter, or will he have to pay that $1 billion fine, the market is telling us that it's looking pretty good in the ball court, or in the court of Twitter and not Elon. Take a look. Chart's not lying. So that's how you can tell what the market is up to without listening to anybody. So now let me show you something else though, because you guys can see that I got my resistance area right there around 45, right? I'm going to look at the chart in Twitter on a monthly time frame, 3 months chart, to see what is the chances of Twitter's price breaking this $45 area. Because if it looks good in the long term, then yeah, I need to cut this out the way, because the losses are going to increase. Because we are at a resistance point. That is why the market in Twitter closed off of the highs yesterday. See that, right? Right here. That is why the market in Twitter closed off the highs, because we added a resistance area. We get that. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see the market next week, in the beginning of trading next week, go down. We are at a resistance area. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see the market in Twitter do something like that. I wouldn't even be, because we saw it happen already before in Twitter. See, this is how you're able to read the market. We've already been here before. So let me show you all the monthly chart though first. Okay. So now this is Twitter on the monthly chart. Now I could show you a whole lot of other charts, and Twitter is probably one of the only stocks that closed higher than the previous month. Right? Let me show you. So let me go ahead and show you all the stocks that I cover on YouTube. And I'm just going to scroll down, and I want you all to look at the monthly price bars, right? So look at Apple, closed down, right? Let's look at Airbnb, closed down, lower than the previous month. Aurora Cannabis, closed down. Look at Arts Capital Group, closed lower than the previous month, closed lower than the previous month. Look at this. AMC, closed lower than the previous month. Look at AMD, closed lower than the previous month. Look at Amazon, closed lower than the previous month. Look at Ape, closed lower than the previous month. Look at AvePoint, closed lower than the previous month. Look at Boeing, closed lower than the previous month. Alibaba, closed lower than the previous month. Like, this is ridiculous. But when you come to Twitter, close higher. Wow. See, this is not rocket science. This tells me that out of all the stocks that I just quickly scroll through, Twitter is stronger than those stocks. This is where the money is currently going in Twitter. This is how you can tell whether or not the market is actually believing in Twitter or Elon Musk. Because if they actually felt that Twitter was going to lose out on the deal to where Elon Musk said he was going to buy Twitter, I think he said he was going to buy Twitter at what price? Was it like 50 something dollars? We might see the market run up to that particular price before the price comes down to Twitter. So I'm already in that idea though, because we're in a downtrend in Twitter. We're there. Now, the only problem is seeing whether or not Twitter's going to break 45. Because if it is, then I'm looking forward to run up to like $47.75. That's the top that I'm looking for the market in Twitter to go. Okay. So yeah, Twitter is probably one of the strongest stocks in the stock market. Look at this on the 3 months. This is also representative of people believing in Twitter. Twitter is strong. It's strong. I give the market that credit. But I'm cautious at the same time because that $45 area needs to be taken out. And then $47.50, $47.75 is my second price target. But look at all that volume that came in the last 3 months. Look at this. Like I'm telling you all, look at this volume. Look at that. Now, at the conclusion, look at this. This is the final 3 months price bar right here. This is the final. So you're trying to tell me the previous 3 months from April, May, and June with this high volume, the market in Twitter in the next 3 months was able to close higher? Oh yeah, somebody bought Twitter the last 3 months. Okay, so what I'm going to do, even though we may start out trading next week to the downside in Twitter, I'm going to anticipate that the stock is still going to go up. Because the market is not lying. People are actually using real money, right? And people don't play around when it comes to money. Neither should you. So let me do this. So like I said, this $45 is going to be a problem, I think. So this will have to be a first price target. It will have to be 45. So that gives us like 2.67%. I get it. But I want us to make sure that we quickly get out the way before price drops. So that's the first price target. My second one is like around 47.50. That's 8.5% moving higher in Twitter. Okay. And that takes us to this downtrend. So I'm going to pause it right there. I'm not looking for the price to break outside of this downtrend yet. And it's going to take us to when that court trial or the civil case against Twitter and Elon is supposed to come to a resolution. So I'm going to hold it right there. Those are my two price targets. Let me give you three. First one is 45. Second one is 46. Third is 47.50, 47.75. Okay. And if we are anticipating the market to go down in Twitter starting next week, it has to hold at least $38.75, somewhere around there. All right, so that's it. I'm done. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.